What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Cynthia. I've been selling on the Amazon platform for the last, it's going on 3 years now. Started off with arbitrage, got into wholesale, and now I'm teaching you guys how to start and scale your Amazon business. In this video, I'm going to be covering how to find wholesale suppliers using Jungle Scout filtering, one of the most fast and efficient ways to find wholesale suppliers. So I won't talk too much, so let's just get right into it, okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is have some sort of spreadsheet where you can write down your supplier findings. That way you can get their information and you can open the account or contact them via email or phone. You build this list up to like 100, then you can start contacting them. I wouldn't do it all at once. Like, let's say you find a supplier and then you want to call them up right away. I wouldn't do that because that's just going to take more time to research your suppliers. What I did when I first started is I made a master spreadsheet of over 250 suppliers. And then I sat down one day and I started emailing and calling them all in that day. So take one day to do your research for suppliers, and then the following day do all of your outreach. So that way you prevent yourself from getting burnt out. So to start the Jungle Scout filtering, you'll need the extension, which is this right here. I'll leave the link down below so you can get a subscription if you'd like. So after that, you're going to go to Amazon and you're just going to type in, let's just start with candy. You're basically going to type in any category or anything that you want to sell, and that you have a good chance of finding wholesale suppliers on. I like to go with grocery because it's the easiest thing to get ungated. So, and I love selling candy. As a new seller, you probably won't be able to sell different things. So I strongly believe that grocery is going to be one of the best categories to find wholesale suppliers on. So you're going to go to candy, and then, or it could be even like chips or soda or whatever you want to sell. You're going to go there, and then you're going to pull up this extension right here. Amazon brought up 100,000 results for candy, but Jungle Scout is going to filter it by the page. And what I love about this extension is that everything is here and you can see all of the information neatly organized. I actually customized the view like this. So once you get the extension, you can pause the video right here and you can customize it like this so that it's easier to view the results. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to filter results. I like selling stuff that is usually above $30 selling price because of all the fees. So usually my absolute minimum for something that I would want to sell would probably be between $15 and $20 if the buy cost is under $5. So if you want to start small, you have a limited budget, you can put this as like $15. For this example, we'll just start small. And it's also easier to find some products with this price as well. We're going to leave these blank. If you wanted to, you can filter out further, but so that we can make a broad search and have more things to weed out through, I'm going to make this a broad search. So star rating, I like to go at least 3 stars. Sellers, we want to weed out those private label sellers. So I'm going to put 4 sellers. Reviews, I want at least 50 reviews to make sure this product is actually selling. BSR, I'm going to leave that blank, and then I'm going to filter out Amazon by clicking on FBA. So then once you hit apply, we got a couple options here. We're going to hit load more. Let's see what Jungle Scout spits out, and it is pulling a lot of data, so it does sometimes take quite some time to load the results. There we go. Okay, let's try and get some more than 10 results so we can open them in new tabs. Check the listing, make sure that we check the Keepa, make sure that the BSR is moving, and we can see all of that information here, but we'd want to take a deeper dive and see what's actually going on with the Keepa charts. Remember, Keepa is going to be the one that the graph that tells you whether this is a good product to go after, whether it's worth contacting a supplier, everything you need to know. And then if it checks out, we can add that to our supplier dashboard and contact them at a later time. So, okay, so let's start here. So we're going to see this brand. See, it says Munchbox and it's an assorted candy thing. This is not the actual brand. So we can skip that. So let's check this one here. This looks like another branded bundle, Monster Candy. Recess, look, we can open that in a new tab. This is a gift basket, so that's not the actual brand. Werther's, we can open that in a new tab. We can open Tic Tac in a new tab. And then looks like Redbird, that might be a brand. Can open that in a new tab. Okay, so we have, let's open up one more. Redbird, okay, Ryzen Chewy Caramel. Okay, never heard of that brand. Okay, let's check that out. Looks like it's selling 1,300 units a month. These are all FBAs. There's a lot of sellers in here, so these all should look good. So now we're gonna check out the data here. As you can see, I have my SellerAmp extension, and then we have Keepa here. So right off the bat, I'm seeing that Amazon was out of stock for a second, and now they're in stock here. It's picking up steam. Looks like there was a lot of competition increasing here. Must have been an opportunity where maybe this product was in stock at some big box retailer, and a lot of sellers picked it up. And then that explains why Amazon came in. Usually if Amazon is able to get in stock, Walmart, Target, those retailers are also able to get in stock for these certain items. So the Keepa looks okay here. I don't like that Amazon's in stock, but if you check, sometimes I will compete with Amazon if they are sharing the buy box. In this case, as you can see here, Amazon is not in the buy box here. I think they might already be out of stock. So let's check here. Yep, looks like they just went out of stock. So this is a good opportunity for an item that we can sell. And it's also a seasonal item. That's another thing that stands out to me. And today is Easter Sunday. So what that tells me is that a lot of these retailers got them in stock, and now they're going out of stock. This probably wouldn't be a good item to source itself, but the brand is what we're after. So if we wanted to find something like this, Recess chocolate, and open a wholesale account with the Recess supplier, we can go over to Google and type in distributors USA. You could even narrow this down to your specific states. Let's just go California. So as you can see here, we got sweets candy. Let's open that in a new tab. So actually, I don't want to get all my tabs messed up here. Then I'll get a little bit disorganized. So I'm going to pull up that Google tab on a different window. Open this up. Open this up. US Foods. This might be... We can actually... let's skip all the ones that have the ads. Usually those aren't good suppliers. Find research dealers. Okay, now we got AI feeding us more information here. You could even go in ChatGPT, find me a couple of Recess distributors in the state of California that are B2B. Just a little nugget there for you guys. Dutch Valley Distributors. Linus Candy Supplies. And I won't go too deep in the rabbit hole. But basically, we're going to spot check this supplier. Looks like you can log in, and if usually when you can purchase off a website like this, it's usually not a good supplier. You want somebody that requires you to create a wholesale account by calling them or contacting them. Sometimes it's okay if they have a website and you can get special pricing by actually opening the account and calling them like, hey, I see that your website has this price. I was wondering if I pick up 500 units, would you be able to negotiate the price? Things along that nature. But they have a lot of brands here. So this would be something that we'd be looking for. Another thing that you can do is if you click one of these brands and, oh, it looks like it's just assorted candy. Okay, maybe that's not what we're looking for here. Just at the top of the search, I don't like the supplier. Let's see this one. This is another one of those assorted candy. Maybe Reese's is a little bit too broad. Candy distributors. Okay, let's check this one out. Buy 2, buy 10. So they have bulk pricing here. So the next thing we would do, you would get their email, add that to our sheet here. You would get their phone number. So you would get all of their company information and put it on this sheet so that you could contact them at a later time. And then now let's move on to the next one. And let's check TikTok. So very steady Keepa here, lots of sales, offer count going down. That means that people are sourcing this brand from somewhere. Now let's check Google. Okay, so we got the brand directly. You got Wieners Ltd, Candy Warehouse, the Wholesale Candy Shop. Let's just take a look at that. All right, let's type in that search. Supply leader. A lot of these are on the first page are not going to be as good. USACandyWholesale.com. Let's take a look at that. Let's see what else comes up. Snack Foods and Bakery, Kroger.com, Fair, Wholesale Central, Big and Cheap Wholesale. Okay, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. All right, let's see. Page not found. Okay, that's might be a red flag, but let's see. Okay, they got candy, but the pricing is a little bit high as well. So guess we have to make an account and ask them about pricing. And before you open an account, just make sure you already have an idea what you want to purchase. In this case, it would be Tic Tac. Let's take a look at this one. Prices are a little bit high as well in here. Worth making an account. They do have different brands. So now it's just about negotiating with a lot of these suppliers. Let's take a look at this one. Per unit, $1 cases. So this one seems to be a little bit more what we're looking for. So products, let's see if they have any more different brands. Yeah, they have a variety of different things, different categories. Okay, I like this supplier out of all the ones that we found. So you would first create an account on their website, and then you would submit this and then contact them like, hey, did you get my application? I'm looking to place an order. The item I'm focused on is Tic Tacs. What would be the next steps in opening the wholesale account? Here's their contact information. They're in Commerce, California. Then you would put that on your sheet and contact them at a later time. Ask them about shipping, terms, and all of that things. Okay, so that sort of wraps up our search method for Jungle Scout. Do this with other categories, other brands, and you can use different filters as well. I just kept this one pretty broad. Great way to find suppliers quickly with your exact criteria. So I totally love this method. And teach these to one of your VAs. It's super effective. With all that being said, if you're interested in working directly with me and my team to help you scale your business, where we'll be personally helping you find suppliers, open wholesale accounts, and build purchase orders, I'll leave a link in the description. You can go ahead and fill out that form, jump on a call with me or my team, and then we can go from there and help you scale your business. I'll see you guys in the next video.